Okay, today at the end of this video, we're gonna get something like this. It's gonna be actually moving. So hopefully we all can do it, and let's go. Okay, so last video we kind of like made the legs and kind of rigged it. And then it can move now, but right now what it's lacking is at like controlling our crab character. It's kind of still like in one place and it's not really moving. And we also can't control the direction of the legs, which way it's going, like we want it to flip or something. You can't really do that right now, so we need to make two empties to control its like direction that it's going and the actual whole thing. So let's do it and let's go without wasting any time. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we got last class, but some people might have not set it up image texture for the ground, so we're gonna do that very quick right now. So Shift A, we're going to add a plane, scale it up, and then go to the shading tab, and then make a new material and make sure you have the Node Wrangler add-on turned on. Go to Edit Preferences and search for Node. Right here at add-on, search for Node, and make sure your Node Wrangler is ticked. And then do Control Shift T, and then we're gonna go look for the textures that we save. I'm gonna use my usual sandy gravel. Now you can use other textures. There's a website called Polyhaven that you can download it from. But if you want this, then I'll link a Google Drive in the description. But basically, after you download it and extract it, just select all of them and do a principal texture setup. And all we have to do is go zoom into the normal map and increase the strength to like 10. And then go back to layout. So now everyone's on the same page. Now we can go on to what we are gonna do today. So first thing, right now it's just squiggling in place. There's not really that much character like when it's walking, because when we usually walk we go up and down, but right now we're just going, which I don't think that's really natural. So turn on your graph editors again, so go to the corner and drag it out, and then click here on the top left of the right screen and change it to graph editor. And then select your crab and go to Z location. Okay, and press N to open your modifiers. And then we're going to go to the modifiers. And we're going to add a modifier. We're going to add a modifier called built-in function. So just click it. And it's gonna be very crazy like this. So just lower the amplitude. Lower the amplitude. And it should be fine. Maybe like increase the phase multiplier, is basically like the frequency. And maybe increase a little bit. And I'm gonna try to lower the amplitude. And don't forget to turn on the additive, because if you don't, then it's gonna be like maybe it's gonna be stuck to the ground. I've seen cases like that. So try to just like turn on the additive. So now you can go up here and close it like this. There you go. It's much more bumpy thing. So now, okay. So now you see our foot is going this way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an empty to control this curve's rotation, because if we rotate it, it will change its direction, as you can see. So simply, you can try to do it the manual way. Just select all your curves like this, and then make sure you're in individual origins, and then you can now rotate this on the Z, and you can see that it's kind of like changing the direction like this. So now we don't want to need to select all of them every time, so we're going to use an empty and let the curves follow that empty's location. I mean rotation. So Shift A, we're going to add empty, I'm gonna add a sphere empty, but you can add anything, like you can add a cone. I'm just gonna use a sphere, I don't know why. But there we go. And then go to objects constraint and add object and add the follow rotation. Oh wait, no, not follow, copy rotation right here. Okay, wait, sorry, I didn't say it clear. Make sure to click on the curve and then add the copy rotation, and then just use this suction thing and copy the empty. Then we're going to select the rest of the curves that didn't have a copy rotation yet, and select the one that you already add a copy rotation and selected the empty last, and then go to object and then scroll down to constraints. Yeah, right here, constraints, and copy constraints to selected objects. So now when you do that, you can adjust the rotation with the empty. Okay, so now we're gonna try to move it, which if we do, it's not really working. So basically what you can do is select the curves down here, select the curves. Oops, don't select the empty, the IK pivot. Select the curves, then the body, then the rotation sphere, and you can try to grab it, and you see that it's moving. So now, as I said, we don't want to select all of that every time we want to move it. So we're just gonna add a new empty, Shift A, empty. I'll use a cube. Yeah, I'll use a cube. Try to scale it down maybe, and select the same thing again. The curves. Like this, and then select the body, then the sphere, and then select the cube empty last. Make sure it's last or else this won't work. Then press Ctrl P and parent to object. Now if some people after you parented you experience some weird things, then Ctrl P and Ctrl Z first, undo it, and then Ctrl P and keep transform, and maybe that should fix the problem. So now you see you can move it now. Okay, so if we scale this and we move our crab over here, and then we insert a keyframe, so go to frame 1, insert, press I. Make sure you're in the view, your mouse is on the viewport. Press I and inset the location. Oh, you need to select the cube first, the empty. I, location. Then go to 100 and move it across here, and then I, location. So when you turn off the overlays, you can see that now it's walking. Now some crabs have different speeds, so you need to try to adjust the speed so it's properly syncing with the moving. And now you see I ended right there at 100, so I can change the end right here to 102, so it doesn't be walking on the floor right there. So now there we go, it's moving. So now we want our camera to follow it. Now we're gonna add a camera that we just deleted at the beginning. Shift A, add, we're going to add a camera. And then press 0 and you're gonna be in camera view, and then press N to open this and go to view right here, and right here lock camera to vision. It's below to 3D cursor. There's two of them, and then just try to zoom out and adjust your camera to where you want to see your crab, like this. And after you're done, you can unclick the camera, lock camera to vision, and then zoom out. Then select your camera and then select your cube last, and then Control P, parent to object. So now when you go into camera view and turn off your overlays, and when you run the animation, the camera follows. Now there's other things you can, like if you don't want your camera to follow your crab like this, you can use the same way that we move the crab to try to move it around with like keyframes. But as I said, this is what we're gonna be making in this class, and you can do lighting if you want, but we would be also doing in the blinking in the next class tomorrow. So that is probably it for today. We got our crabs moving. Now you can try to like change the rotation and make it move around. You can try to do that if you want, but this is just the guideline. So if you want to do anything and you have some issues, you can comment down below, and see you tomorrow.